Welcome back to another Real Talk Reaction. This one's for Lucifer. Season 5, episode number 11. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe, people. And please hit that notification bell.
Alright, we got a couple comments from episode 10, starting with Ted Callie, who says, Amenadiel as a corny, goofy, Will Smith dad rapper is one of those things in life I did not know I desperately needed until I got it. Executive producer Vieri comes through to say, hey guys, so this episode was awesome. Every song brought something relevant to the story, and I like the explanation that God made them sing. Chloe not holding back when talking to God was amazing. Facts. I hope we see more of that. I also love when they have Tom Ellis singing his heart out. Maze and Ella were amazing too. Now, when it comes to Linda and Amenadiel, I know he was going for the Will Smith version of the song, but I immediately thought of Tupac's rendition. Would have been great if Amenadiel just put on Tupac's signature bandana to perfect the cosplay. Yeah. What was your favorite song?
I like that one at the beginning that Lucifer was singing. I like that one.
Yeah, that one was all of the Tom Ellis ones were really powerful. But I think my favorite, just because I like it reminded me of Pitch Perfect, was when Ella and Maze sung and how they blended the two songs together. I thought that was done really well. Yeah. And God is losing control over his powers. I wonder what will happen. As always, great reaction, and I can't wait for the next one. Alright, and then executive producer Liz Sith with the last comment saying, love the reaction, guys. As you know, I'm not a big musical fan, but somehow Lucifer tricked me into liking them because this episode didn't feel like your typical music episode because all the musical numbers were beautifully encased with raw emotions by this wonderful cast, and I loved every minute of it. Also, I don't know if you knew Tom, Lucifer, and Amy Ella are always singing and dancing on set and in their trailers, so this episode was a blast for them, but not so much for Chloe because I'm sure you guys noticed she's the only one who didn't have a solo, and she only twerked on Lucifer on the football field and danced a little. But my favorites were Ella and Maze's remix at the precinct and Trixie providing vocals to Chloe and Lucifer's montage. Also, like J Rabbit, I'm very grateful to the writers and the showrunners for bringing God to our screens because he stole this episode hands down, and I really love this version of God. He's funny, complicated, opinionated, and loving. What more could you ask for? Yeah. Can't wait for the next one. Yeah. Alright, let's get to episode 11 right now.
Ooh. They playing some songs.
Are you positive you're ready? Yeah. And you won't back down no matter what nefarious mind games he tries to play because we need to present a united front.
I know. Don't worry, Lucy. We both agree Dad needs to go home.
Oh, he was just here.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi there. Have you seen a rather large, attractive gentleman? Broad shoulders, piercing eyes, heroic face. Looks a little like me.
Looks a little like
You mean the plumber?
Excuse me.
Dad, what are you doing?
Just making myself useful.
Amenadiel's face.
Cleaning up fittings, replacing washers. Don't want blood on our hands.
We need to speak to you about something very serious. Lucifer tells me that your powers have been acting up.
Well, I've had a glitchy moment or two adjusting to the mortal plane. But all is well. Let me take a look around. Not a musical interlude inside. Pass me that 3/8 socket wrench.
Excuse me.
Thank you.
What?
Dad said it was fine. The creator of the universe glitching is the literal opposite of fine. Excuse me, yeah. What are you still doing here anyway? I mean, you've had your granddad time with Charlie. Shouldn't you be off somewhere until, I don't know, his first communion at absolute earliest?
Well, I told you, I'm here to help.
I don't need your help, Dad. Not with the plumbing, not with the feng shui of the penthouse, not with the soda dispenser that started miraculously pumping Pinot Noir.
It started making wine.
Please, it must be the 7th day somewhere. Oh, and some of us have now got to go to work. So, since Amenadiel has proven himself once again to be completely useless, you and I will have to discuss this later.
I look forward to it, son. And while I'm waiting, I think I'll tighten up your wobbly dancing pole.
She's out here fixing things today with his tools.
Didn't expect to end up here, did you? But actions have consequences. One minute you're breaking the rules, and the next you're in a police cruiser headed downtown. What were you thinking? Stealing my handcuffs? Using official police equipment to lock a defenseless child to a lunch table?
Todd Drex says pushed a first grader into a trash can. Again. Mom, I was just doing what you do. Locking up the bad guys.
Okay,
She should have
locking
said what
up the
Maze
bad
does.
guys is
Yeah.
my job. Your job is learning at school, which you won't be doing today because you've been suspended. Excuse me, could you pretend for 1 minute to be upset about this?
I'm being brave, Mom. Like you are. I'm sorry I made you leave work and get stuck with me all day.
Trixie,
Don't say it like that.
I am never stuck with you,
Right.
okay? But I can't leave work today, and neither can your dad. So,
Never truly understood you. So I'm going to try. Starting right here, right now.
Here and now, at my job.
But you've clearly learned and grown a great deal in your time on Earth. Just like to be a party to that knowledge.
The party
Living
to
in
that
human
doubt.
form, solving cases. I'm here for
Baby.
the whole kit and caboodle. Lucifer, are you still there?
Regretfully, yes.
Because he never closed his eyes.
Did you know that when humans close their eyes,
They can't see?
anything? It's like total darkness. But you open these babies and bam!
Open these babies.
Oh, detective, please tell me there's some pressing break in the case we must investigate right this minute.
But actually, now that your dad is here, maybe he can help. So you are all seeing and all knowing, yes? So who done it?
Who done it?
For once,
I don't know.
I actually don't know. I made myself human. Isn't that exciting?
I don't. What's going on here?
What is he talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, he does inexplicable things from time to time. Marsupials, pomegranates, the gallbladder. Anyway, we've got a murder to solve, so what say we...
The gallbladder.
leave the precinct, just us crime solvers.
well, we can't just leave him here.
Fine, I'll call him an Uber.
No. Would you like to come back with us?
Oh, that sounds divine, detective. We can do all the things you kids normally do, but together, with me.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Oh, I'm sorry, but it's so delicious. It's like snow with fruit.
Hi. Oh, are you the new lab tech?
Oh, that's right, you haven't met. Miss Lopez, this is my father, Dad. Miss Lopez.
Your dad?
Hmm.
Oh my god, it's so amazing to meet
Oh, you too. And I just want to thank you for all the support. It hasn't gone unnoticed.
Anyway, I can't believe I'm saying this, but can we all just
Aw.
focus on the case?
Thank you for all the support.
Because, you know, she's praying.
Oh,
Oh, my head is on fire.
Brain freeze. We've all been
it
there,
hasn't
big guy.
gone
Just give it a
unnoticed.
second, it'll go away.
Yes. So, why was Almighty breaking in?
Oh!
Oh, there it is again.
What was Almighty doing breaking into a hospital?
Well, internet's best
newborn
guess is
human.
drugs.
Oh.
Check out the pharmacy in the background.
Anything in his talk screen?
Yeah, a boatload of the drug that killed him. Some sort of synthetic stimulant. But it's weird because the chemical formula doesn't fit anything in our database.
All right, let's go to the hospital, see if anyone knows more.
Right.
Oh my,
Stop drinking it so fast.
it's not that. I think I need to, you know.
Oh. Excuse us for
Have you
just
done
one
that
moment.
before? You've
Detective,
done it
please, I need to
before.
take my
This is gonna be the greatest
billion-year-old
episode
father to the
ever.
little boy's room. Come on.
Billion-year-old father.
It's cool, man. You're still in one piece.
You weren't actually.
God is not gonna kill you.
He already did.
Yeah, I already did.
He'll just wait till you die and torture you for all eternity.
They ain't going through some shit.
Mm-hmm.
I am breathing healing energy.
Please.
see you're handling this celestial stuff like a champ.
Well, at least your psycho behavior finally makes sense. I mean, you're a demon.
Yeah.
What's hell like?
Oh, hell is awesome.
I mean, for a demon.
Oh, that's
Right.
relief.
Your pain, torture, the screams of doomed souls, begging for the sweet release of a death that will never come. Oh, you mean for you? Yeah, hell's gonna suck, bro. Anyway, at least you have a soul too, Dan. Unlike me. Thanks for the reminder, Dan.
Wake up.
Snap out of it. Yeah, Dan's going through some shit.
Yes, Albert Walcott was my patient. He suffered a cardiac event in his dressing room after a match.
No. I'm sorry, this is just so exciting. I have literally no idea what she's gonna say next.
But you were saying...
Well, the medics had sense to rush him to the ER, and I was able to save his life with the triple bypass.
It must have been difficult for Almighty, losing the abilities that once made him invincible.
You know, I think it was, actually. He fell into a depression and stopped showing up for his appointments. In fact, the last time any of us here saw him, he was caught trying to steal drugs.
So the internet was right.
Mr. Walcott is lucky that the hospital administration didn't press charges. I guess they figured that video going viral was punishment enough.
So we found this in his talk screen. It's a drug our forensics team didn't recognize. Have you seen anything like that before?
Yes, unfortunately I have. This is a drug that was developed for fighter pilots. It's colloquially known as YSD. It's very exclusive, although we have seen a couple of overdoses in the ER.
Exclusive, you say? Can you tell me what this drug looks like?
Well, I've only seen it in person once. I found a pill in the pocket of a DOA, but as memory serves, it was, small and pink.
Right, what shade of pink precisely? Bubblegum, Barbie, Bougainvillea?
The sunset, cherry blossom, flamingo. I did outdo myself with the colors.
Well, I guess you could say
Like,
ballet
who
slipper.
am I talking to?
Say no more.
That's the pill. How did you acquire that?
Thank you, Dr. Porter. You've been very helpful.
Yes, thank you.
Lucifer,
Thank you.
where did you get that?
Blood Lux, of course. And the doctor was right. It's
What is
very
that?
high-end and not at all easy to come by. There's only one dealer who carries them in town at present. The Colonel. Drinks like a fish. Surprisingly charming. Reminds me of a young me.
All right, well, let's arrange a buy. We'll set up a sting and we'll shake down this colonel.
A sting! How exciting! What should I wear? How should I speak? I always thought this pip-pip cheerio accent that you chose was a little over the top, but maybe I'll give it a try.
You want to
Pip,
try
pip, cheerio.
anything? We're dropping you off at the penthouse on the way. As the Spanish like to say, via con you.
How should I speak? I always thought the accent you chose
The
was...
one that you is just kind of wonky.
Okay, perimeter set. Our guys all mic'd up. He's heading into the buy. And by our guy, I mean Lucifer, the devil, who we work with.
Who we work with.
Are you sure we should send him anywhere alone?
Well, Lucifer's invincible now, so what could go wrong?
Lucifer!
Colonel!
Nice to see you. We're just getting to know your charming associate.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
Dad.
yeah.
Dad?
So goofy face.
I'm a
Excuse us a
dangerous man.
moment. Just need a word with my associate. What are you doing here?
If I truly want to understand you, I have to experience the full breadth of earthly existence. Risk, danger.
You're about to be experiencing death if you blow our cover.
To the man behind the man.
The man behind the man. Is that what you told them?
Well, actually, son, I'm the man behind all men and women.
Son, you're Lucifer's father?
How did I fail to mention that? Must have slipped my mind.
The apple fell away from the tree.
I like that.
Lucifer, I see where you get your business acumen and your charm.
Oh, wrong on both counts. He just gave me hell, but no matter.
He just
Right,
gave me
here's your money.
hell.
Please hand over the drugs.
Stoltz, go get the product.
Well, that could have gone worse, huh?
How do you think this Colonel O'Brien is doing from a moral standpoint?
He's freaking
Well,
out.
she's a drug dealer and most likely a murderer, so probably not so great.
Surprised that's a great.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Maybe
Yeah.
military school isn't the answer. For Trixie. You know, to get her back on the straight and narrow before she, ends up, you know?
Dan, you think our 11-year-old daughter is going to hell?
I don't know. Maybe. Aren't you afraid of it? I mean, it's all real. Chloe, God, the devil, it's real. You know, I want to nudge Trixie in the right direction before it's too late.
Okay, yeah, yes, hell does exist. I just don't think one school suspension is the road to ruin here.
You'd be surprised how easy it is to get on the wrong track.
And back to Trixie.
Dan,
What's going on?
you are a great dad.
What's wrong?
Trixie's a great kid. She's having a tween moment. I'm sure she's talking about it to Linda right now.
In person, it really is quite intense.
Are you seriously about to critique the way I looked while saving your life? Because if so, pardon my resting devil face.
Why did you choose that face? Deep down, that face is how you see yourself.
What are you doing here?
I told my dad I forgot my social studies book.
Oh,
He
is she
ran
really
me
upset with
upstairs.
him?
Very well, fetch the book and be on your way.
I lied, dummy.
What on earth was that for?
I looked inside my heart like Dr. Linda said, and here's what I realized. Your hair is stupid, and your jokes are immature. And what kind of person puts a bar that big inside their house?
My hair is majestic and you know it.
Grown-ups are supposed to be responsible.
Oh, are they? Well, I'll show you responsibility. You're banned from the penthouse for a month. Come on, Dad. We are returning this miniature hooligan to her fun.
He's never been tired before, babe. This is a lot of
That's
energy.
a lot,
He
yeah.
hasn't had any of these motions
Yeah.
either. He's just exhausted.
You did a lot today.
The most you have me on is possession of a drug that hasn't even been made illegal yet. You'll be lucky to keep me overnight.
Well, I wouldn't worry about the possession charge. Colonel, we have you on the hook for good old-fashioned murder. So Albert Almighty Walcott was injected with YSD against his will, and seeing that you're the only YSD dealer in town, I figure it was either you that killed him or the person you sold to.
Detective, I've done 3 tours in Afghanistan.
Here we go.
I led my men through horrors you can't imagine, and dragged them out the other side alive. I wasn't scared when your partner choked me unconscious. And I sure as hell am not scared of your half-baked accusations.
It says you are second-generation military? Yeah? Your mom was a 4-star general who went on to a distinguished career in the State Department. Very impressive.
What's your point?
Well, I bet she'd be real disappointed to see her legacy going up in smoke.
Trust me, she wouldn't care.
Well, being a mother myself, I have to disagree. Children, they are a reflection of us, aren't they? But why don't we call General Mom and see what she thinks? Maryland prefix. Still working in government service at her age. Wow, respect. It must have been hard, growing up with such exacting standards. Getting the message, every day, that to be a good soldier, you always had to be strong. Did you display anger issues as a child? Vigilante behavior, locking anyone to a lunch table?
Hang up the phone. I think I might know who gave Almighty the YSD. I sold a bunch of product to a guy.
Did you ever
Christoph.
have anger
He
issues
calls
where you
himself
lock somebody?
fitness
I'm just trying to see if my daughter's going to turn out like
Everybody
you.
always uses that shit.
Projecting.
Maybe Almighty was one of them.
She's good, mom. All Might was one of them.
You're perfect just the way you are, God says. But what is that? If he wasn't invincible, I would rip his stupid guts out.
Careful with this one. She's a murderous, backstabbing traitor.
I'm gonna get up out of this table. This is a little intense right here.
Look, you don't have to worry
Let's
about
go
me
over
causing
here.
any more
This
trouble.
way.
Okay? For a
Just dance.
second, Michael had me
You're in the corner.
believing that I could be something else. Something better.
But I get it now. I'll never be more than this.
Maze, we talked about this.
Shouldn't you be a baby nerd class?
If you're referring to science time with Newton, Linda took him. Lucy called me and asked me to take care of our father.
What could he possibly need? He's literally all powerful.
Well, he's passed out drunk in the penthouse because he decided to make himself human. So I gotta go.
Tell him.
Well, maybe
This is a bad idea.
come with you. Tell him there are no hard feelings about the whole soul thing.
This is a bad
I
idea.
think he would really appreciate that. Dad, you awake? It's really big of you, Maze. Owning up to your mistake shows real emotional maturity.
Yep. Emotional maturity. That's the point.
Dad!
She was like legit gonna kill God. What we got going on?
She
You
was
didn't
gonna
find him
try.
either?
No. Went to find Powers. XOXO Dad.
We should split up. Cover more ground. Any idea where he may have gone?
She wants to find the powers.
Man, what are you gonna do?
Oh, Dan said he brought Trixie down for
Diablo?
us.
Diablo, yeah.
Hope she wasn't too much trouble.
The child has got a lot of fight in her, just like her mother. Not to mention a decent chance of football career.
Busy, go away.
Charming.
Part of go away, you don't understand.
Well, this is adorable. It's like a tiny nautical orgy.
Know your clients at this time.
Detective Decker, LAPD. We need to ask you some questions about a former client, Albert Almighty Walcott.
So it's true. Damn. Kid has so much potential. Naturally gifted, always put in the work. Could have been one of the greats.
Yes, you have had a lot of great
Stop touching his toys.
this gym lately. A lot of miracle transformations. You got some revolutionary training program, or is it the YSD?
YSD? Never heard of it.
Right, let's speed things along, shall we? Tell me, Christoph, what is it you desire?
I want more YSD.
Oh,
Haven't been feeling like myself. Getting confused, losing things. And now my children are mad at me. Can't say I blame them. Honestly, I think I may have really messed up.
I guess everyone makes mistakes. Even grown-ups.
What a wise observation. What about you, Trixie? What are you doing so far from home?
I realized I'm mad at Lucifer. I've actually been mad at him for a while, but I had denial.
Happens to the best of us. Why are you mad at him?
Oh, I thought we were friends. But then he just ran off to Florida for months, and he didn't even say goodbye. He always just does
wasn't in
whatever he
Florida.
wants. And now, I don't know what he's doing now, but I know it's making my mom really sad.
You know I'm Lucifer's dad, right? Well, some of the ways he acts, I think they may be my fault. As a father, I tried to give my children just the right amount of free will. The right amount of responsibility, consequence. Looking back at how I raised Lucifer, I'm not sure I got it all right.
There you go.
I've never been a parent before. It seems like a tough job.
I've never been a kid. But I bet that's not so easy either.
I can't kill this old guy.
Now he's being nice to Trixie, which is the one human she like adores.
I think it's time to go home.
Home? Trixie. You're a genius. You just reminded me where I left something.
He's so cute. I love everything about this guy.
Donut shop, the zoo, all the gas and grab. Have you checked the park?
Of course I checked the park. I'm not an idiot.
Well, I think we did lose Dad.
He was gone when I arrived. Let's just get it over with.
It's not my business who my ex-wife spent her time with, Daniel. The truth is, I wasn't the best husband, and I'm grateful she found someone to give her the love she deserved. Thank you.
Right, can you shake his hand and help him?
He's like, I'm not shaking your hand again, because I think you killed me earlier today.
I wish you could help Dan's brain. Give Dan some comfort, man. Man out here losing his goddamn mind, man.
There are some things that we need to talk about.
It's okay, Mom. I learned today that girls make mistakes too. And I forgive you.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Well, that is nice of you to say. And you're right. You know, everybody does make mistakes. But it's important that we own up to our mistakes when we make them.
I'm sorry for what I did at school.
I'm glad to hear you say that. You know, I'm sorry too for my mistakes. And I really should realize it. You're not a little kid anymore. You're beautiful, smart.
I can tell you're sad, Mom.
I know you can. Even when I'm not willing to admit it to myself. I know, honey.
Denial happens to the best of us.
So cute.
Yes. You're right. You're so smart. You know, when you were younger, I tried to protect you, to shield you from difficult feelings and situations. But I think now maybe the best thing that I can do for you is to let you in and admit that Mom doesn't always feel so strong inside.
You're upset about Lucifer, aren't you?
Well, the truth is things between Lucifer and me, they are a little up in the air right now. And I'm not sure if we will end up as partners or friends or something more. But if he and I are gonna try and figure this out, I have to tell him my real feelings.
Yes, you
And
do.
then what's gonna happen?
You guys are adults.
I don't know. And that's a little scary. And I'm sure it's scary for you too, right? But here's the thing, Trix. No matter what happens, no matter if you're 11 or 111.
Aw, her and Julie are the exact same
Earth
age right
gets
now.
hit by an asteroid made of rock candy, and the sky starts raining down gumdrops. Me and your dad will always be your parents. And we will always love you no matter what.
Promise?
Promise.
We'll miss the buzz.
You're all powerful again, Dad. And just
Make
buzz
yourself.
yourself.
We need to talk.
Are you still going crazy? Or you just had to reset your powers?
Maybe that's what he did.
Okay. Father, what is it?
Lucifer was right.
Twice in 1 millennium. Well, wonders never cease.
It's not just the music. Or the fact that I misplaced my powers. The truth is, I've been slipping for quite a while. For longer than I'd like to admit.
Denial, babe.
Yes, you get your
The
denial from
theme
your
is
father.
denial.
Oh,
Yeah.
denial. Kidding.
What deny?
Now let's just keep this between the three of us for now, shall we?
Father, what are you saying?
I think it's time.
Time for what?
Time for me to retire.
Dad.
Oh, shit. What does that mean, though?
He's just gone?
What's that mean, though?
You gotta give it to Mendel. Well, Mendel can't do it because he got a baby now. Alright, that was episode 511 of Lucifer, and that theme, like you said, baby, is denial. That's what this whole episode was here. Everybody was in denial. It was getting a little freaky out there with God just slipping and losing, and then he forgot where his powers were. I don't know what was going to happen. I thought when he became human, maybe he was going to get hurt and get killed or something. I don't know. Then he leave us with the bombshell at the end that I think it's ready. I'm trying to retire. But then you just disappear and go. Like, I don't know. What does that even mean? Like, do you need to hand it down to maybe one of your kids or something, or bring? I have no clue. But this was a fun episode to see him in a human form, trying to do human things and experience all those things. That's the best part I got out of this whole thing right here. And Lucifer and him at least having a conversation about things, getting off their chest. But I also like Dan losing his goddamn mind about sleeping with God's wife. And maybe that can be put to rest now. Maybe Dan can just calm down and relax a little bit. But I am interested to see what's going to happen with this God want to retire. So he'll have to come back and explain to us what's his plans on doing that. And I can't wait to see how that work out.
Yeah, I totally adored this episode. To me, this season, I mean, the season as a whole, but the second half especially is just like lit. I just love it so much. But having God make himself human and experience all the things was fucking golden. I loved every minute of it. All of that was definitely my favorite. Him passing out on the piano was fucking fantastic after being overwhelmed with all the emotions.
There's a lot going on.
But I thought it was so great too, just for his character development's sake. Gave him the perspective of having all these emotions. He can better relate and empathize with his kid. So I thought all of that worked so well in the storytelling of the season too. The other highlight was definitely for me the moment that he finally gave Maze what she needed, and which was hope. So I thought that was so freaking beautifully done. Shout out to Maze, the actress that plays Maze, because I thought she just emoted so well that moment too. It made me want to cry for her. I was just like, this is what we're hoping that hopefully now she's gonna be loyal and like back on the right squad and not so easily manipulated and all of that. Now, as far as Scott losing his powers, I really thought that was going to play a bigger role in this season. I was thinking maybe that's going to be like someone's going to grab him or whatever. So that's not the case. So the retirement is a different spin. We'll have to see how that aligns and what that means and what plot device that creates. Because it seems pretty simplistic in this moment outside of like, if he does have to choose somebody, is that going to cause like a rift between all the the kids, you know? So that'll be interesting. And then I thought Trixie was especially cute this episode. I did like the theme of denial. I thought that was really, really cute all the way through and was well executed. And then lastly, Dan exploding was the craziest shit fucking ever.
They got me right there.
And the fact that like Dan still like has some type of recollection that he thinks that happened is so fucked up. And I totally agree with you. I hope at this point, because he is unraveling. And to be fair, this is a completely appropriate response. Everything that Dan was feeling was so well executed, because yes, anybody in that same scenario would feel exactly the same. So I thought he acted the shit out of that plot too. So that worked really well. And hopefully now he can have some peace and like relief that he's not going to be murdered again. So I love this episode. Can't wait for the rest of the season.
All right, well, look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for Lucifer season 5 episode 11. I'm sorry. And until next time, people, peace.